I finally got it done, even though it's a little bit of a mess or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Down here, I got the ME quantum rings, ME quantum link chamber right here, singularities in there, and entangled singularity or whatever. You know what I'm saying? I just had to redo my wiring right over here, so I can read these volts or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Same thing over here. I had to redo the wiring or whatever a little bit. You know what I'm saying? All of this is separated, even though it doesn't really need to be. You know what I'm saying? I had this going to the ME wireless connectors or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But I don't care. It's working. Everything's working. You know what I'm saying? So if I head down into the beginning section of the base, you can see what I did. I left most of the wiring the same the way I had it because it was already working before. It just kept depowering. You know what I'm saying? So gonna head down here right now. I'm gonna show what I'm talking about. So I'm happy I got it done. It's finally fixed for real this time. So down here, everything is powered. This is the only residual item right here. This ME wireless connector is not connected to anything, but I don't feel like taking it out. I'm gonna just leave it the way it is right now. So it's reading this entire storage, reading this storage, reading this one right here, this one right here. This is not hooked up to anything. If I use it for something, then I'll come back and hook it up. And this is hooked up the way it was before. You know what I'm saying? And this hub right here is connected to something else down there, and you can tell by the purple square. And this is where I put the other quantum ring right here. Again, singularity in there. You know what I'm saying? Took a minute to make these blocks. These blocks are extremely expensive, and so is the quantum link chamber. So both of those are expensive, and it's like IV components almost in order to make those. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, it's all hooked up. I can see everything, and I did all my tests or whatever the test and see if I could see different elements or different items in the system. I can see everything in there. You know what I'm saying? Right now the terminals I need to set it right there. And yeah, I'm able to see everything. Now if I go ahead and I change this to number of items, change that to descending, you see this is all my cross stores from the system all the way up there. You can see the numbers on them: 12K, 17K, 18K, 10K iron ingots. Um, the netherite's popping up. This is all from cobblestone, 8,193. Let me not wasting energy on the jet boots or whatever. Uh, got the copper in here, zinc is in there, slime balls, all my diamonds show up. I don't even know I was low on the diamonds actually, but it doesn't matter. I got like 26K in the other system I set up for the lapidary dynamos and all that. But yeah, all this is in here. Everything's popping up, everything's showing up, and I'm good to go. So now I have truly centralized storage across my entire base, and I got the wireless crafting terminal for that. And the only other thing I'm gonna do with this is make the universal terminal right here. I need to make one of these, and I'm going to be making all these other whistle names, and I can throw it into the universal terminal. So I have access to make the crafting patterns and everything else and all that. And like I said, I got the dimensional state destabilizer up already. It's not powered. I don't really need to power it right now, but it's up and going. And at some point, I'm gonna create a fuel rod looping system for the nuclear fission reactor, so I can constantly keep the dimensional destabilizer powered. And that's what it is. That's what it is. And low key, I might switch my resource pack that I had for default dark, and either gonna take that off or I'm gonna switch it back to this one because I just like it. Actually, let's switch to this one. Let that reboot. And I'm glad I got everything working. That was the main project. That was the main thorn basically in my side. Super irritating. You know what I'm saying? Trying to make that work. And it just showed me uh how finicky AE2 systems can really be. You need to really optimize them for power drain and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So I got the full black or whatever. But even when I go to check recipes or whatever, it's still gonna be white. No, it turns to gray. Okay, it's not bad. Let's check like an exotic item or something like that. No, it's gray. I can do this. It's gray and then this is black. That's fine. Yeah, so that's that out of the way, and on to bigger and better things. You know what I'm saying? Um, I haven't talked about it before, but I'm fully in IV. I did talk about it, but I didn't really go into extent. I'm fully once you get the base metal or whatever it is that you need to bake most of the machines out of, and you get the circuit for that tier, you're officially in that tier. And once you start making machines, then you fully integrate it into that tier. So I'm fully in IV. I have a lot of IV machines, and I'm on my way to make LUV circuits. I'm not that far from making LUV circuits. I haven't really talked about it before, but yeah, I'm not that far from it. I think I'm honestly, I think I made an LUV circuit already. I just don't, and I have the base metal. The base metal was rhodium, which is another very difficult to obtain metal. No, I had to because some of the parts that I was making recently are made out of LUV components. So I know I made the circuit and I got some of the base metal. So technically, I'm in LUV right now. I'm not. I don't really consider myself in LUV fully yet until I start making LUV machines. But yeah, technically I'm in LUV. I'm just glad I got all of this working. Like this is like a mission. Like I want to say it's like maybe it's been like almost 2 weeks or whatever of dealing with the AE2 system. But this is not having experience, long term experience. I have very general experience with AE2. So there's still more to have to learn. I've never made an auto crafting system, so I haven't made the code processors and crafting units and all that yet. So that's gonna be another journey or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But I got this part done. You know what I'm saying? That's the main thing that I wanted done. And now everything is just making it so I can autocraft. You know what I'm saying? So that means I need to reset my machine. I'm gonna have to set all of this up because I still rely on these LV machines for certain things, even though they're small amounts. And I have a lot of MV machines and I have HV machines that handle a lot of it. But if there's any like if I'm bulk producing something like that or whatever, and one of my machines are getting taken up, I still have the LUV machines, so I need to set these up to so they can be linked into the AE2 system. Why are these off? These are online, but they're not showing up. But they are online though. I'm not worried about it. It's online. Yeah, and that's it. So